This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
Somehow Liv Morgan is alive in this one, but only just. Vaquer is also dragging at this point too. If she can pick up the pace here, but no!
Code breaker by Morgan. Dropping Vaquer back toward the rope. Stephanie, though, able to roll through, perhaps playing possum. I don't think Liv got all of it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Didn't Get All of It, the show after WrestleMania. Do you guys remember WrestleMania was last weekend? Can you believe it? We can, because we're going to talk about it. I'm one of your hosts, Paul Griffin, and joining me is the rest of the Fatal Four, including B-Rob.
WrestleMania. Triple H is going to have to explain. Oh, yeah. Especially when you slap the magazine in.
Speaking of guns, Pro Wrestling Noah.
Bang, bang, rap, rap. That's what guns sound like.
Noah, did you smoke any cigars this week?
No. I kind of wish I did.
What about cigarettes?
Thankfully, no cigarettes yet. Get back to me next week.
What? Don't say yet in cigarettes. Don't do that.
The thought invades my mind occasionally. I never act on it, but it's a work in progress.
You need to go to therapy for intrusive thoughts about becoming a smoker. Speaking of smoking, this man wasn't here last week because he was having his jawline chiseled, and it was smoking. Look, Max and Cody is back. Codicular.
Hello, everybody. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I thought you were really hip and relevant. You don't know about guys chiseling their jaws and hitting their heads with a hammer to look better?
No.
It's pretty cool.
The only thing I know about hammers is that if I saw E.T., I would definitely be killing him with hammers.
I think that's a fair reaction to seeing E.T.
He's such a nice guy, though. I like his opinions.
We're not getting to that point. I'm not going to know if he's a nice guy. I'm going to smash that light up finger. I'm going to borrow one of B-Rob's 80 guns. We're going to put a stop to this E.T.
Hey, I have 70.
Speaking of guns,
one for each year of your life.
I did listen to last week's episode, and I am offended that you guys did not spend more time talking about Liv Morgan and Stone Cold Steve Austin being in Fortnite.
Well, you're here. Tell us about it.
This is huge news. I love Forknife. I shat on Forknife for like 8 years, and then I gave it a shot, and I play it every day now. I love it.
Here's what's important. Does the Liv Morgan and Forknife have her new theme song so you can play that?
No, there's no theme song.
But
Stone Cold does have his, because he comes with an emote where he stands on a turnbuckle and smashes a couple chug jugs over his face and drinks it, and it plays his theme when he does it. So that's
we need a Liv Morgan emote where she gets on all fours and moves her butt up and down, and it plays Trouble Trouble.
Man,
and you can do that after you kill someone in the game. You go like over them and you do that, and it's like teabagging. Remember that? Remember teabagging?
Yeah, it still happens.
People still do that.
Oh yeah,
you emote on them. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean you can still crouch, but I haven't played Fortnite in a while, but I do feel like
it's called Fortnite.
I need to go back there so that I can make the Xenomorph smash the chug jugs together.
That's a good idea.
Because I already do that I make him lift up the WWE Championship when I get a Battle Royale. It's pretty good.
With cheese?
I also make him floss and do the gritty.
They hit the griddle.
Sounds like a good game.
Cody, do you have the gritty?
I don't. No, the only emote that I bought was the cat's eye gnarly.
Oh my god.
This is not gnarly.
Speaking of gnarly cat's eyes, our eyes were on WrestleMania this week.
Unfortunately.
Before we get into that, folks, if you like us and you like listening to us, give us $3. That's all you need to do is give us $3. No tariff upcharges or anything, or what's the latest thing? No inflation. Just $3. Get you access to the Discord. You can come chat with us. You can watch AAA with everybody who is there chatting about it right now. You can watch WrestleMania with us. Chat with us throughout the week. All the fun things. We're all there. Most of us. $3 in the Discord. Hit up fatal4pod.com. Go click the Patreon at the top and give us $3 to support the show. Keep the lights on. Unless they build a data center near us or you live in Houston like B-Rob and Noah, then no guarantee the power stays on at all. And then $5 gets you bonus content. Lots of bonus content from our family of podcasts.
The power did go out during the first match of WrestleMania, which I was okay with.
What was the first one? Oh, that was the
Actual speed.
Yeah.
So
that's so funny that the power goes out in Houston over like nothing.
Yeah, it was just raining.
You know how many times my power's gone out since I've moved to Charlotte?
0.
Never. It's never happened.
Power goes out here if it's just like really windy.
Oh, we get crazy wind and nothing happens. Just guys got to get out of Texas. Everybody's got to leave Texas unless you're saving money to move and you're like, I'm about to leave. You need to give us $3 instead. Stay in Texas. Give us $3. Support the pod. We're talking wrestling. People love wrestling, right? I know we all did after night 1 of WrestleMania.
Excuse me?
Well, except for Cody.
Night 1 of WrestleMania is on par with like one of the worst WrestleManias ever.
It's really
whoa. What do you mean one of?
One of. There's so many bad ones.
No.
Let
me get this out of the way right now.
Yeah.
This was unequivocally the worst WrestleMania. I have watched every WrestleMania live since like 14. There isn't.
You've only watched the last
single.
3?
What? No, not since I was 14. Since WrestleMania 14.
Oh, okay.
I am not using any hyperbole. I am not exaggerating. I am not joking. I'm not trying to get a laugh. I'm not trying to have anyone have the worst day at their job. When I say, without a shadow of a doubt, watching night 1 of WrestleMania was the worst wrestling event I have ever watched in my entire life. Have there been like shows with worse matches? Sure. But when you put it on the scale of it being WrestleMania and you compare it to any other production I've ever watched, it was horrendous. Absolutely excruciating to sit through. There was not it wasn't good. From all conceivable metrics, it was not good. The build wasn't good. The matches weren't good. There was, and that's not to the fault of the performers. They weren't given any time. There was a lack of investment into most of the stories on that night. There was no good production. There was production flubs all over the place. There's no interesting stories coming out of night 1 of WrestleMania. There were 0 redeemable qualities. This was absolutely atrocious.
Should we talk about
the conspiracy
ESPN
theory
to begin with? And how I hope this ESPN deal is done very quickly and they have to go find another place to run their pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
so what was the issue
ads,
that you had? Because the
amount of ads
and how to find it.
Crazy. Like, and it also it affected the show because before anyone even said, started running with this narrative online, I was looking up the card. It was night 2. I was looking up the card from night 1 on Wikipedia just to see what the results were, just to remind myself. And I noticed all of the match times majority of them were under 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, except for like 3 of them.
3
of the 7.
Yeah. And that there's no way that like the ads aren't affecting the amount of time that people are wrestling. And, of course, it's WrestleMania. You got to get your shit in with the entrances and stuff. But still, like, it's crazy. And also, like, it's not even just affecting the people at home. It's affecting people in the arena as well. Like, there, people talking about, like, paying $70,000 for front row tickets and then being bombarded with ads.
I mean, fuck you if that's what you're doing.
I mean,
that's money you could use to leave Texas.
Not only are they showing commercials between every match, but every match is plastered with ads all over the mat, all over ringside, all over the screen.
I can tolerate that, honestly. It's the fact that the match, like, as soon as the match is over, we cut to a commercial break, which is longer than any commercial break on TV. It's the same ads each commercial break. They're not even good ads. It'd be one thing if this was like a Super Bowl level event where it's like, you want to see the commercials because they're zany and maybe they got a celebrity like fucking Ben Stiller doing a flip. Like, at least that has like a reason to watch the commercials. This is like
casino app.
Yeah. Chumba.
Those
the same ads that you could not have on our podcast if you gave us $3. But we give them money. We give them so much money, and they're like, here's an hour and a half of ads. Which, to be fair, I do search for on YouTube sometimes. An hour and a half of ads.
Yeah, but the
they're
good
from 2003.
Ones. Not ones that are just like a screen capture of a casino app.
I want to see berries and cream.
Phone.
I want to see a little lad who loves berries and cream. And I don't think that's too much to ask.
You said Barry Lad?
He don't listen to this. We have to talk about that. Yeah, I'm.
Do you remember when
I know some of it's WWE? Like, I know some of it is let's get as much money, alternate revenue as possible. So plastering the ring with ads. This match is sponsored by whatever. I can tolerate all that. I don't mind it. I always thought it kind of made things look more legitimate. But I do think that the amount of commercials is an ESPN thing.
It's a horrible thing, regardless of whose fault it is.
Do
you remember when we used to get cool moments like The Rock running into Stone Cold Steve Austin backstage at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Like, even comedy skits with, like, Santino and Legends and shit. Like, I miss that so badly watching something like this.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be at least...
It was just 7-minute match, commercials for 5 minutes. 7-minute match, commercials for 5 minutes. And they would cut to the crowd, and the fucking general would be there. Like, who gives a flying fuck?
He had
Not everything needs to be an ad. No.
Now you're complaining that there was a match. Cody Rhodes kissed the general before the night was over.
He did.
Yeah,
the opening match.
I think if I think I'd still hate the ads, but I think if there was, hey, this next match is this. Here's the hype video for it. And then the match happens, and then after the match, we cut to the back for an interview or something, and then we get a bunch of commercials. I think I could tolerate it a lot more. Like, this had no charm of a major event.
We only seen John Cena a total of 4 times.
Yeah. The only matches that had hype videos were the main events, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And you know what? Pretty decent hype videos.
Hype beast.
It's just like something. Like I had a thought of watching this where, WrestleMania does draw a lot of either new eyes or, returning eyes, whatever you want to call it. And if you're a lapsed fan watching this, like,
you can see why you left.
I remember hearing people like finding it on Peacock on accident because they had Peacock.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, WrestleMania is on. And a lot of people just falling back in because of that. You're not getting that with ESPN. Also, half the ads were for the ESPN app I'm watching this shit on. If you don't have a commercial to play, don't make your commercial breaks that long. I don't need to know that the ESPN app has sport. I kind of expect that.
Yeah, and that was the same thing. Like I was saying, it was the difficulty of even, getting it to work on ESPN. because I did a free trial of Fobu because they said it had ESPN in it.
Fobu.
That's the name of it, Fobu.
There's got a lot of sweatshirts to say Fobu on them.
Fobu and played it on my Tebow.
Yeah, but I got a free trial of that just to get ESPN to watch WrestleMania. And then come to find out that the fucking Hulu Disney bundle I got has ESPN in it. And I was like, what the fuck did I do?
That's how I have it. I got Hulu Live with Disney Plus and all that shit. I'm like, well, I'll never use this ESPN thing. And then WWE signed a deal with him. And I'm like, I guess I will use this once a month.
He's like, huzzah.
Yeah, what a victory for me.
Wait, hang on, B-Rod. Do you do you think it's actually called Fobu?
What is it called?
What is it called?
Knows everything about crap.
Fubu?
It's Fubo.
Fubo?
Fubo? It's Fobu.
What are you talking about?
Well, Noah, know what?
Dyslexic?
I was like,
You know what?
don't know how the English letters work.
Well, let me pronounce it for you.
I thought you were going to say, do you not know how English is? And neither of those are real words.
Yeah. Yeah, it's F-U boo.
Fubu. Well, F you too, boo.
I was watching this on my Labubu, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging from which bag?
Not my Lafufu, which does not have ESPN Premium Plus commercial access.
Yeah, stupid ass shit.
Yeah, it has Pluto TV.
But what I was saying is, if you watch the show from an outsider's perspective, like a Laps fan or somebody who has little context, this show did a horrible job of like explaining anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre fighting? I have no idea. I don't watch SmackDown, so I don't know what that feud is about. They didn't explain it. Becky Lynch and AJ, they didn't really explain anything. Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer, like, they didn't even announce Liv Morgan as Royal Rumble winner. Like, it's just so weird. Like, the whole show is just... It really felt like a corporation is like, I'm going to do WrestleMania instead of an actual wrestling.
Instead of someone who understands the value of WrestleMania.
Yes.
I was thinking about back when you could go to Best Buy. This was a store that used to exist. You could go into this place called Best Buy. It was the best place to buy things, like DVDs. And you could buy the DVD of WrestleMania like 3 months after it aired.
Yeah.
And the DVDs were like a great way to just watch old wrestling, something that you can't do anymore. And I was thinking, like, what if this show came out on a 2-disc set, night 1 and night 2? How would that look on a DVD? And it would just be match, main event, video package, match. And that's it. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to worry about that anymore. No one gives a fuck, but I do.
I do too.
Should we talk about the show?
Are we gonna break down the card? Are we gonna go match by match?
Yeah, let's do the thing. Let's recap my favorite thing to do on these shows. The first match on ESPN2, and also on the app if you didn't want to figure that out. Oh, you know what I also learned? B-Rob, you'll really appreciate this. You know how it was hard to find?
Yes.
You don't even have to leave Hulu. It's just a channel on it.
Yeah, I know. I found that out after the show was over.
It's like, what the fuck? It's so integrated. It's
Because
actually the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN are all in. You can use them all from one app. And
Amazing.
That's fucking
Technology
crazy.
is great. They should tell us about that someday.
Well, yeah, because like after the show was over, me and my wife was gonna watch What We Do in the Shadows and shit. And as soon as she pulled up Hulu, there was fucking WrestleMania front and center. I was like, the fuck?
It was free the whole time. LaKnight took on LaKnight and the Usos took on Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and IShowSpeed in a 7-minute match.
Mm-hmm. IShowSpeed played his role, and I appreciate it.
He was the best part of this whole match.
For sure. He fit this role perfectly. But again, it was a 7-minute match, and this could have happened on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that felt
been an email.
special was the splash after the match by IShowSpeed. That was cool. but
I feel like the post-match shenanigans was longer than the match.
The match.
Yeah, so after the match, they did a thing where Show Speed put Logan Paul through the announce table by jumping off the turnbuckle, which is cool, especially for guys who don't do that normally.
We saw it again later. Well, actually, the next day.
Right, they did it again with different people. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre had an unsanctioned match for almost 15 minutes. I thought this was actually fine.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was boring. Is it like
That's
this match
Drew
didn't need
McIntyre,
to be that long?
I thought it was good plunder. I thought Jacob Fatu ended up looking pretty good, at least on this night. We'll see what happens soon. But yeah, there's some good plunder in here. I forgot what the finish. Oh, there's finish came with the announce table, not the announce table, the table that was put in the ring. But right before it, he got shoved off the turnbuckle to the outside through a table, and I thought that was a pretty good spot.
Yeah, he smacked that table pretty flush.
Yeah. Then he no-sold it, got in the ring, and put Drew McIntyre through the table. And then we move on to regular Mania, not ESPN2 Mania. And they started it off with the women's tag, which I think the story broke, that day? Or the day before, what was happening here. But Alexa and Charlotte came out first. They had cool gear with the dead moth and then the butterflies.
The dead moth.
And then Bailey and Lyra were there. Lash Legend and Nia Jax came out dressed as Demolition, but with white gear. I thought that was cool.
You know what my dumb ass did? I just looked at the mask. I didn't really pay attention. I was like, oh, they're dressed like Jason.
I liked it. And then the Bellas come out, and Nikki's got a crutch and announces that she's not cleared, so they called an old friend, and it was Paige, and that was great.
Like, right there at that specific moment in time, I was like, oh, well, they won.
I mean, I'm not surprised they put the belt on her, because on one hand, it's like...
It's her thing. It's her trope.
Yeah,
I show up and win belt.
I forgot that was the trope. What I thought was like, if you bring her back and she doesn't win, it doesn't seem that important. And I kind of get it.
I don't know. I thought this was a bad decision. It's the exact same thing they did last year. Lyra Valkyrie's partner is out, and they need a new partner, and they show up and they win the titles. Like, well, who cares? It would have been far more interesting if Charlotte and Alexa were actually Bailey and the right story here was Bailey and Lyra should have won. Yes, because that's the whole point.
Everything they've been through.
Bailey got this moment stolen from her, and she should have won this.
Well, she's just happy to be there, Cody. That's good enough.
This match sucked. Even Ric Flair thought it sucked.
Okay, well, Ric Flair's drunk all the time. And he's not like a happy drunk. I like this.
It was pretty
I love
cool.
Paige. You're not going to get me to hate Paige. She's gone through so much horrible shit, and it seems like now she's got it together. So I'm excited for whatever is next. She allegedly signed a long-term deal. I don't know if that's 2 or 3 years, but she's going to be around for a minute.
Her sitting in the crowd at Raw.
Right. The follow-up on Monday was not good. They bought a ticket, and they sat in the front row. I guess they're going to be on SmackDown.
Champs can go anywhere.
I know. That's what's confusing. It's like, why are they in the crowd at all? They work there.
That's the only, isn't that the only WWE title that can go anywhere?
Yeah. I don't know. I assume this ends with like them losing and Brie and Nikki beating the hell out of Paige, and then AJ saves her.
Yeah, didn't we have something like this before, to where they had a hodgepodge tag team, and then the one turned on the other, and they got into a feud? That was like Trish, right?
Probably.
Yeah, because Lita got hurt.
New ideas in wrestling.
Yeah.
It's probably happened before. Speaking of things that happened before a dozen times, Becky Lynch versus AJ. This match was about the referee.
And it was sponsored by Wendy's, which means Becky Lynch was going to win.
This
they got right here.
This was my personal 9/11. This is where I crashed out, because I was watching the show and I was already frustrated with the ads. I was frustrated with the 2 short matches. I was frustrated with just boring stuff. But I was like, okay, here we go. One of the matches I was most looking forward to this weekend. Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. Let's do this. Becky had a horrific entrance where the lead singer was not singing at all and missed his cue.
I mean, not audibly, physically lip syncing. Just wild shit.
Yeah, just a terrible entrance, which I don't know. I mean, I'm not necessarily blaming the performers, but again, production and this company.
I might blame the performers.
By the way, I fully subscribe to the idea that WWE did not allow them to have a live mic because the lead singer of Wonder Years is notorious for being very vocal at his shows, saying things like "protect trans kids" and "free Palestine" and "fuck ICE." So
yeah, he rules.
Do you think they wouldn't have liked that at WWE?
That's probably
and the fact that he was wearing a Cactus Jack shirt felt very deliberate.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it was probably the trade-off. It's like, we'll pay you a bunch of money, just shut your mouth and do the thing.
Like, if it was me, if they're just a bad live band, I could see them being like, well, we don't want to do that. But then I think back to Triple H's entrance at 17, and that Motorhead entrance is iconic for being kind of shitty.
Yeah. No, I think they purposely were like, yeah, you guys can't go out there with a live mic. But anyway, that sucked. And then AJ had a really cool entrance where she brought out a bunch of young girls, and it was like a cool moment. And then she's skipping down the ring, and instead of talking about the cool moment and the impact that AJ Lee has had on this business and women, and the fact that this is her first ever time walking out at WrestleMania to compete in a singles match, the fact that this is her first time at WrestleMania in over a decade, Wade Barrett is rambling on about the fucking referee because Becky Lynch is in the ring, like pointing her finger at the referee's chest, and they're starting a referee storyline. I could not believe
continuing.
And this entire match was about Becky Lynch versus the referee. There was no talk about AJ Lee. Like, AJ Lee was completely second fiddle to this whole thing. It was embarrassing. It was insulting. And it was 8 minutes of complete shit. This is by far the worst match I've watched all year, and I highly doubt anything will come close to taking it at the end of the year awards.
Yeah, that is actually something
disgusting use of these women.
Yeah, that is actually something I wanted to bring up about this WrestleMania in particular, is that I feel like last year, like, people didn't like WrestleMania last year, but it mostly had to do with it just being boring. Like, there wasn't anything like particularly like offensive about last year.
Yeah, I had my worst match of the year on it, but yeah.
But this year, I feel like there are things to find offensive about this year's WrestleMania, but unfortunately, specifically for Cody, I feel like this was targeted specifically at Cody's tastes be very offensive.
This WrestleMania was a hate crime. This was a hate crime against me.
There were like multiple times throughout both nights, I thought, ugh, Cody's not going to like that.
They showed the photo shoot or whatever, and they didn't even call it a photo shoot. It was like it was a render off or something like that.
Yeah, we love renders on this show.
Yeah. This stunk. I don't care about this referee program at all. I hate that they're going to reveal that she can wrestle. Like, yeah, that's just so fucking lame to me. I don't think this did anything for AJ. I don't think it did anything for Becky. It was just putting the belt back on her, which I think everyone expected.
Yeah, because it was sponsored by Wendy's.
What was the point? What was the point of
going away for a minute?
What was the point of putting the belt on AJ at this point and having her come out and cut that promo where she's like, "I want to be a fighting champion. I want to wrestle Roxanne. I want to wrestle Liv Morgan. I want to wrestle," and then just have her disappear for weeks and then do this? Like, what a fucking wet fart.
Yeah, total waste.
She's still getting paid though.
Who gives a fuck about?
She gives a fuck. That's who gives a fuck.
Who cares?
Her and her husband, I think, are okay financially.
Yeah,
but
they are now.
Mm-hmm. Because of this.
I will say the next match, kudos to Gunther and Seth Rollins. They did try to do something here, and they were given time. But at this point, I was just so like, I just don't care. I didn't care about this match going in. There was no build.
Especially with
I had
the way
no
it
interest. And then the way the show was going at this point, I was already checked out. So
yeah. And this match was sponsored by the General Insurance for the Ring General Gunther to win.
I hate that that's right. Like,
we'll go down this whole list and I'll tell you all of it is right.
Right. Like halfway through the show, I'm like, beer, I was just fucking around with this fucking sponsorship again. And then it just keeps happening. I'm like, oh no, this is just how they do stuff now. So, I don't know.
Braun Breaker returned.
Braun Breaker's back.
Which again, like, okay, so he was cleared enough to do this. Why the fuck did we not just do Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker here?
Also, why wasn't he there at the beginning of the show to help his friends that lost the match?
Well,
he just got there.
I don't care.
He just got
Maybe
there.
he was late. Yeah.
He had a shitty spear that he was mad about doing.
Yeah, it was a
bad
bad
spear. Have ESPN 2.
Doesn't have ESPN 2.
I liked that they did this match. I don't know if I agree with that now, but at the moment, I thought it made sense to do this if we're getting Gunther versus Brock at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Gunther needs to level up, and Seth, regardless of how you feel of him, is a top-tier talent, and it's good to have him under your belt.
And the whole Braun Breaker returning thing gives Seth something to do rather than continuing to feud with Gunther in the process.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think it made sense. We'll see if that holds up. Because the next night was interesting. Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vicaire had the shortest fucking match of the weekend, probably.
No. Brock and Oba.
Oh, that was shorter? Okay. This I will say, for 6 minutes and 51 seconds, this was a very good sprint.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they had gotten 15 minutes.
So,
again,
this match sponsored by Fortnite, which Liv Morgan is in Fortnite, and she got a new music video. So there you go.
Yeah, this was very obvious that she was winning. It was not obvious that they were going to go sub 7 minutes. This was, again, so all of my criticisms across the show, I would like to point out that none of them are directed at the performers themselves. I don't think anyone on this show did a bad job per se. Like, I
did
think
what they could with what they got.
Exactly. Like, Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vicaire were given shit. They tried to make chicken salad. They ran out of time, and we ended up just getting a scoop full of mayonnaise on top of some chicken. Like, it was fine, but it just made Stephanie look bad.
Made her title reign look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all that malice, all that anger and the forehead bumps and the black eyes, and it was just like,
Yeah, there's so much more story to tell in this match. It seems like they're not done.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, I think Liv was obvious winning, and I didn't think that was the right call. She shouldn't have won the Rumble, but I think they gave that to her because she carried the show for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Like, I get the justification. I would have had her beat Jade, and I would have done Stephanie and Rhea instead.
All right.
But here we are. A match that got too much time. The main event. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. I have a lot of complaints about this match, and none of them are about Pat McAfee, oddly enough.
Sponsored by Wheatley's Vodka.
Thank God. Thank God it was sponsored by Wheatley and not snakes.
On a plane?
This match was brought to you by snakes. Just a bag of snakes. Who could win? They start this out with Pat McAfee coming to the ring, and I forget what happens. Does Cody Rhodes start beating him up? No, they jump Cody ahead of the match, and then Cody gets the upper hand and beats up Pat McAfee. Then Jelly Roll appears, and he does a big splash through the announce table onto Pat McAfee, who is then stretchered out.
He did the goddamn was Super Dave thumbs up on the way out.
Yeah, he did the middle finger. So he's out. We're not going to see him for the rest of the night. And Jelly Roll disappears, and I'm like, cool. We're going to get Cody versus Randy. No shenanigans. And then they start going in about Randy Orton has this mysterious back injury that no one has talked about until they leaked something to the internet that day. And he spent 10 minutes of this match working the slowest possible way he could
as
ever
Randy
work.
Orton does.
But like, if there is something genuinely wrong with this guy, don't do 20 minutes out there. If there isn't, don't book a scenario where he has to wrestle slow because he's old and beat up, because CM Punk is wrestling the next night and blowing this match out of the water.
Did you see the shot-for-shot remake of the spot that they did way back in the day? Like with the backdrop
Kennedy thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's good stuff in here storytelling-wise, but the match was just so boring. And then Randy Orton's back stopped hurting. And the match was picked up again. And Pat McAfee returns as a referee after a ref bump and doesn't fast count. So he eats an RKO.
Yeah, no shit.
And then Cody Rhodes gets the win over distracted Randy Orton. Another thing to point out here is the crowd is booing Cody Rhodes now for no fucking reason.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you like one more than the other, I guess that's how it goes.
It's weird, though, because it's like, oh, he's such a white meat babyface, so we don't like him anymore, which is what happened to John Cena. Except Cody Rhodes is going there. He kicked Randy Orton in the balls in this match. Like,
yeah, he started
okay, we want you to be tougher and more... He didn't even work heel. He just kicked him in the dick.
Which will be repaid on the next night, too.
Right. So it's like, he's doing what the crowd wants. The crowd wants him to be tougher and meaner and not, pure babyface. And they're still booing him.
But regardless of that bullshit, what about that entrance? I like that mask, the whole Iron Man
entrance
setup.
is cool as hell.
I love that shit.
Yeah, the entrance was cool. After the match, Randy Orton hits Cody Rhodes with the title and then punts him. And at some point during this, Cody Rhodes' eye got completely fucked up.
Yeah, somebody held shift and pressed down on his eyeball and shit.
He posted something somewhere that said that the doctor told him, well, you're not going to lose your eyeball, which should tell you how crazy whatever this injury was. But yeah, Cody Rhodes was left laying after this, and that's how they closed the night, was Randy Orton, the loser, standing tall over Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this match was
long.
the worst of the night.
The worst of the night?
Yeah,
Worst of the
night.
far, but
it was just so boring. You gonna go back and watch it again?
No, it was boring. I was checked out. I definitely fell asleep for part of it. And the ending was stupid. Like, why would Randy Orton not just punt him during the match and try to win it?
Right.
This is a
why
go
would Pat
home
McAfee
angle.
not fast count?
This is not the end of WrestleMania.
I thought, call me stupid. And I know it's been said before.
You're stupid.
But thank you.
Got his ass.
Wasn't some time ago in storyline or some shit, the punt got outlawed? That's why you don't do it in match?
I thought the story was that he's become a better person, so he doesn't kick anyone's head in.
Yeah, but I just remember that, like, back then it was like he did it too much and they banned it for some shit. So that's why he does it sneaky leak. He don't do it
I don't
during
even
matches.
think the punt looks that cool anymore.
Yeah, because now he's not as reckless.
I don't know. He almost took his eye out.
Now we know about CTE.
I think... Oh, we knew about it then. He was doing that post Benoit. I think it's interesting. Like, this was a very poorly structured bad show.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's interesting that these 2-night WrestleManias,
Stuff.
the first night is consistently bad. Every year the first night is bad. Some of them have little glimmers of something that makes it a little bit better. But they've all been bad because they don't structure these shows properly. Like, if you had mixed these shows up and put a couple matches from night 2 on here and a couple of these matches on night 2, you would have had a pretty okay show on both nights. And instead, you got a very bad first night and what I would say is a very good second night.
Yeah, because once I watched night 2, I immediately forgot about night 1. It was like it never existed.
Yeah, insane. The way they just make things, like, I mean, that's the way society is now. You just forget what happened yesterday. Sometimes you forget the person's last time they were in office and you reelect them. It's crazy how that happens. But night 1 for WrestleMania is just a consistent shit show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I think you're being too kind. Like, Last year's night one was fine. It was pretty great, actually. Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, the triple threat main event was really good. I liked Jade Cargill and Naomi. Like, there was memorable stuff there. Jey Uso won the world title.
I told you. They have
Cool
their
stuff.
little glimmers, but they're not all great. This one didn't have any of that, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is like
This one had none of it.
Just this being night one is not an excuse for it being a god-awful show. Like, we used to get cool stuff. Now we get ads.
I'm looking at night one. This is a very forgettable show, but it had that great triple threat main.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. The Jey Uso match with Gunther I remember being good. But you also had Jade Cargill and Naomi. You had the New Day and the War Raiders. Did you even know the War Raiders got on WrestleMania? Don't remember that. Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. Could have told me this match never happened, and I would believe you. El Grande Americano against Rey Fenix was a match.
Sure.
And yeah, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair was good. This was like a 2-match card.
One of my favorite matches of all time happened on night one of a WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
That was the first one, though. They had to be like, we got to get this right.
Like, it can and should be good. In this fucking stuff.
Before we take a break, do we want to talk about any of the news that came out? There's a couple pieces of news, some that is relevant to this.
Yeah, where did the papers?
I don't have my papers.
Where
I
your
got
papers? Pass them over.
All right. First news story. Dave Meltzer is reporting that part of the reason that Pat McAfee was taken out in this main event was because he doesn't want to do this shit. And not that he doesn't want to be part of wrestling. He didn't like this angle and didn't want to be a part of it anymore.
Was bad.
So they've scrapped the Backlash match that was on deck between Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll against Pat McAfee and Orton. And honestly, good. That sounds so fucking lame.
Wait, hold on. What was it?
It was supposed to be Cody and Jelly Roll against Pat McAfee and Randy Orton at Backlash.
Oh, no.
In 3 weeks. 2 weeks now.
What a travesty. Can't believe we're
what's
missing
a bummer
that.
here for me, and I know a lot of people don't agree, but I thought Pat McAfee was a very good voice on commentary, and I thought he added a lot to these shows. And it sucks that this is maybe the last we'll see of him in wrestling, and it's just this shitty angle that no one liked, including the people involved, that got scrapped extra quick. And that's a bummer.
And he can actually wrestle, which is...
Could wrestle fine.
He has a ring at his house.
Let's talk about next year's WrestleMania, which at one point was considered for Nashville, which would have been a really cool place to do a WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. And was taken away from New Orleans.
Right. And it's going to be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which we had thought maybe it won't be because of, the
War?
stuff going on over there. Well, don't second guess that decision, because they are going sooner than WrestleMania. They will be there in June for Night of Champions.
Yeah, I was being funny in saying that this was going to be in lieu of WrestleMania, but you made a good point to where, like, all right, this is where they test the waters to see how it would go first.
I mean, they've been there before. They don't need to test the waters.
No, I'm talking about what's going on right now.
Everything's going on. Okay,
if the arena gets drone struck during this, we're going to have a big problem with not just where's WrestleMania going to be. It's going to be where's Jade Cargill's head.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone on the roster is excited to do this.
No. That also makes me wonder who's going. Like, what are the matches going to be?
I don't know. All the champions will be there. It's their night.
Mm-hmm.
It's their special night.
The Miz versus Seth Rollins.
What title would that be?
Corporate Stooge title? I don't know.
You know, No, just something stupid that popped into my brain just now. Night of Champions, they should include the Speed title, and they should have I Show Speed on the show for that title.
He should beat Lexus King for it.
Yes.
Lexus King is the Speed champion?
Correct.
Yeah, he won it this week. And you know how I learned that?
By watching it?
By tuning into Ren's Days on Instagram, where Ren Sinclair told me that he won the title.
What?
She has little Q&As on her Instagram. Last week she tried to do it from one of those ice baths.
Okay, first of all, you can't just make up shows on the internet, Paul. Except for
you can.
This podcast.
You can. I mean,
everybody has a podcast for that reason.
Second of all, you just can't make up people either.
Ren Sinclair is a real person. I look at her often.
I don't know who that is.
She's lovely. Cody doesn't like her because she's got a weird head, and I think that's what makes her great.
She does have a weird head.
She has a unique face, and I think it's a pretty good, unique face.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the news. That was WrestleMania Night 1. We are going to take a break, a well-earned one, and hit you guys with some commercials much shorter than you would be getting if this was featured on ESPN. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Night 2. We're going to talk about some TV, maybe even some AEW before the night's over. There's more WrestleMania to talk about. You see this? You hear about this? Night 2.
There was 2 nights?
2 of them?
You're like, fuck, there's 2? I was wondering where half the card was.
There's 2 wars?
This one kicked off with Hour 1 on ESPN, so you could try to catch some possible subscribers. And they kicked off with the match that I think my nerves were shot in this match. Oba versus Brock to kick the show off.
Yeah.
Under 5 minutes. Did not realize it was that quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had my Apple Watch on, it would have said something about my heart rate here, because I was like not convinced they were going to do the right thing.
I said the same thing.
I'm like, I'm so anxious right now. If they fuck this up, I'm going to be angry for the rest of the week. And thank God they didn't fuck it up. I thought like the moment Brock hit the F5, I'm like, oh no, they're just going to do it. And he didn't even turn around and pin him. He just started getting back up. I'm like, oh, we're good.
Yes.
We're so safe. This ruled. This was everything it had to be. Honestly, maybe one of the perfect feuds of the year so far. They haven't fucked this up at all, and they just saw it through to the finish.
Yeah, and like it was uncharacteristic of it too, to where like Brock had. Well, I mean, yeah, it seemed like Brock was the underdog the whole time. He kept getting his comeuppance like throughout the whole thing.
Oba just whipped his ass from start to finish the whole time. Then they had a very even 5-minute match that Oba beat him.
Mm-hmm. That I was screaming it in the Discord, which you too can be a part of by going to fatal4pod.com. That's FOUR. And
how do you spell pod?
Yeah, pod. Like Tide Pod.
Like Tide
that
Pod.
You're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to eat
those. Did you see those new Tide Pod detergents that are like cloth now?
What?
Yeah, I got them.
People eating those?
I got new detergent in the house. It comes in a little box, and they like disintegrate in the wash, and they smell awesome.
I can see Paul like those sneaker commercials, or the little thing whenever you buy the shoes that say "Got 'em." You got the Tide Pods.
They're not pods anymore. They're pads. Tide pads.
Tide pads. You only use them once a month?
No, I use them every time I do my laundry, which is more than once a month. So I smell so fresh,
so clean.
Check those out next time you're at the store. This episode is brought to you by Tide Pads. Find them at your local Target.
Who's going to win the podcast? Is it Paul?
Yeah, who's going to win? I guess you win because you have.
I'm going to win the Padcast now.
Yeah, you win.
This is a Padcast. After this match, Brock Lesnar seemingly retired in what I thought was kind of excellent. Not just for him, like possibly going away. I hope that's not the case because I want to see that Gunther match at SummerSlam.
I hope that's
as far as sudden retirements go, crowd reacted perfect to this. Brock and Heyman were perfect in this. It was a very good thing.
It was kind of icky for me to hear the "Thank you, Brock" chants hit my ear.
Oh,
yeah.
You should have watched the Hall of Fame ceremony, which we did not talk about. But
nope,
I'm good.
Didn't watch that.
The "Thank you, Brock" chants are not as icky as "Thank you, Vince" chants, which did happen because Stephanie McMahon named him because she named everybody that she's ever worked with, and unfortunately, you cannot erase him from wrestling.
You can try.
She said something about my father Vince.
What
and
about
the crowd
erasing
cheered
him?
and was like, "Thank you, Vince," and I'm like, "Ooh."
What
yikes.
about erasing him from this mortal plane?
We'll get there.
Did you watch her whole speech?
Yeah, watch the whole ceremony.
Did she say anything about Test?
She did. She named Test.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm like, she's naming people, and like, I wonder if she's gonna name everybody, and she did. I don't know if she named Daniel Bryan. I think she might have. I think she did, but it was all character names. It wasn't like Bryan Danielson.
Right.
But it was nice. I thought she gave a good speech. I thought her mom was horrendous as a human being, but also the speech was so odd.
Period.
Oh, is that who inducted her?
Her kids gave speeches, and then her mom gave a speech, and her kids did a really good job. And I think one of them definitely wants to be a wrestler. And the mom gave a speech, and she started with, "I might be prejudiced, but," and I'm like, "Oh, we know." She had a lot of lines in there that were like, "Ooh, you should not say things that are so on the nose like that." But yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I was more disappointed that AJ Styles' speech was, "Damn, it's late. Thanks, everybody. See ya."
That's a man with a lot of kids.
That's a man who's been in these things before, and he's like, "You guys got work tomorrow. What are we fucking doing?" No, he's a worker's worker. He was in and out in 5 minutes. But I was hoping we were going to get some stories or something, and we didn't. Maybe he'll save it for his podcast. I think he's got one of those.
He has
Everyone does.
Twitch channel, I think. The Retro Gamer or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe he'll drop stories there. Also on this first hour was what I think I could argue as one of the best ladder matches of all time.
So real quick, sorry, I kind of spaced out for a second. I did want to say one last thing. I think Brock Lesnar, that was like his retirement from WrestleMania, is what that felt like. I think that was
his last Mania. Until next year when he's on the stage with his big ring on.
Sure. So I think it was his way of doing that. But I think 1,000,000,000% we're getting him and Gunther at SummerSlam.
I think the follow-up on Raw where they said that, like, they still mentioned the owing of a favor.
Yeah.
It has to be that Gunther is going to force Heyman to get Brock to come back.
Yeah.
100%.
Or he beats him into it.
Yeah.
So
because it was also a way to turn Brock face before that.
Yes, right. Oh, that was another point I was going to make. That it was a very smart way to get people to cheer him again. Yep.
Not that they didn't want to cheer him in the first place. They just found out that Oba is the most over guy they have.
Yes.
So ladder match, Paul, it was very good, but there's no way I can give it the best ladder match of all time.
I said one of.
Okay. There was one glaring thing that really, like, I was really enjoying this match, and until Rusev climbed the ladder, stood on the ladder, waited for Javon Evans to leapfrog off the top rope, and then he proceeded to Rusev just jumped off the ladder to be caught in a cutter.
So you can't help it. Once you trigger a finisher, the animation has started. He has to now go with it.
And let me dumb wrestling this too. If you notice, Rusev wasn't in a lot of the match because he hurt his ankle. Therefore, he couldn't climb the ladder properly, and he slipped off into the cutter. There you go. Happy birthday.
There you go. He slipped.
It was so bad. It instantly took me out of the match. And I was like, well, damn. Like,
you don't like things.
Counterpoint. Shut up, bitch. This match fucking ruled.
Go look Max in the corner.
I can't believe the ladder broke in half. They're supposed to be metal, but this one looks like wood. What the hell?
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, when Ray did the little,
also dumb.
Ray did the little.
That's been dumb forever.
splash on the ladder there, he banged his face on that motherfucker too.
I thought Rusev would have caved the back of his head in on one of the rungs, but I guess everyone survived that somehow.
Yeah, because
I thought this
when it went
match
down, his face went straight into the ladder.
Every year that they've announced a clusterfuck ladder match to be added to one of these shows, whether it's like the Money in the Banks or anything, you always have really high hopes. Like, oh, half these guys are amazing. They're going to do some cool shit. And then it's like the tamest ladder match you've ever seen. It's not that crazy. Nothing cool happens. This whole match, cool shit was happening nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
And it was everything you'd want a clusterfuck ladder match to be. Penta retained, which I think was the right decision.
Yeah.
I would have also accepted Javon Evans.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get there. Rey Mysterio doing anything
he's so good
at this age is insane. But doing this, he also brought back his fucking old entrance where he stopped doing it because his knees were going to explode. He's like, I'm going to do it. It's Mania.
Yeah.
Popped out
up through the stage.
And I love his Mania tradition of his gear representing a comic book character or like
next
a
year he's
movie
going to be
something.
Doom.
Oh, fuck yeah. That'd be cool. But yeah, he looked
I don't
really
know. I loved this
good
match.
as
I think
Deadpool.
this is also the first hour. But at this point, I'm like, how are they going to fuck this up? Like last night was so bad. This first hour was better than all of night one combined.
Yes, that is
Just
I will give
an
them
excellent, excellent show to start things off.
That being said, like again, riddled with commercials. Like the same complaints as night one are here, except like at least we got some good matches.
I can also accept the commercial complaint when it's on TV, which hour one was. So I'm like, I'm not going to complain about commercials here because at least they didn't cut them off during the match.
That would have been
Like
if that happened.
That happens on Raw every week, but the commercial breaks on Raw are also way shorter than the ones that we got. Some of these commercial breaks were like 8 minutes long.
Yeah, there was a timer in the lower corner telling you how long this bitch was.
At least on Raw, it's like 3.5 minutes tops.
The day that they start inserting literal commercial breaks into the middle of matches during WrestleMania is the day that you see my name it in the newspaper.
Because you won an award?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Of sorts.
Newspaper? In the news this week, our newsman is in jail. He bombed TKO headquarters.
You closest to it, right?
Allegedly.
It's pretty close. I don't... The amount of people that hate wrestling more than us, I don't think we have to be the ones to solve this problem. All you got to do is log in. The problem is the person who does do this is going to be wearing a Vince McMahon t-shirt because they want him to come back.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I loved this first hour, and I'm like, night two is off to a good start. At least we have this.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trick Williams and Sami Zayn went out and had a nothing burger of a 7-minute match that Trick Williams just won.
Yeah, this should have been longer. And when they showed him getting the haluva kick on the outside in front of the two older black people, who I'm like, those aren't seats people normally buy. I wonder if that's his parents, but I'm not going to say that out loud because I don't want to be accused of saying all old black people are someone's parents in the ring who is also black. Thankfully, it was confirmed that they were, and I do not feel problematic for thinking that anymore. They should have told us that was his parents, and they should have reacted
after.
It would have been so great to know that ahead of time because that would have been such a more impactful moment to see his head get kicked off right in front of them and then maybe not make it back into the ring. But we didn't know that.
They also should have like called that a haluva kick. They didn't. Michael Cole was just like, "Oh, he kicked him." It's like that's his finisher. What do you?
It's only a finisher if it's in the ring with the ropes on both sides.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I liked this. I wish it was longer. It should have been longer. I thought it was very good though.
Mm-hmm. And Trick now has won the North American title, the NXT title twice, the TNA title, and now the United States title.
Yeah, so he got one that matters. I liked his post-show interview where he was like, Sami Zayn's Canadian. Of course I'm winning this U.S. title. And then him and Lash celebrating with the belt on the stage was cool. That was nice. I also like Liv Morgan making Corey Graves do her twerk dance from that stupid ass video. That was fun too. But yeah, I agree with Cody. This could have been so much more, and it wasn't. The Demon, Finn Balor, took on Dominic Mysterio. I think I agree with Cody that the Demon is stupid.
He poked his little heart.
Yeah,
I didn't hate this match, but I thought this was stupid. Yeah, he booped the heart on the
He
stage.
booped it.
Why'd he do that?
This match did nothing for me. This was boring, and the Demon sucks. And yeah, I just didn't care about
Also,
this at
can someone explain to me the reason why the Demon showed up?
Because it's been a long time.
They want to sell merchandise.
Like, was Dominic like, oh, you can't beat me? And Finn Balor was like, I know someone who can.
No, I think he was just annoyed, and he's like, I'm just going to fucking whip his ass as my spooky guy.
Yeah, he was betrayed. He's an avenging spirit.
Sure.
You watch
For a
horror
company that
movies.
spent like 18 years on this Judgment Day story, this was such a
Fart.
disappointing finish
It's not over.
to this. What else? What do you mean it's not over? What else are they fucking doing?
He faced JD on Monday, and then Dominic attacked him after the match.
Yeah.
Ugh, who cares?
Dominic's mad that he signed a contract to wrestle Finn Balor, but he got the Demon instead. They're different guys.
Mm-hmm.
As
They
someone
are
who's two different guys,
Yeah. That's a whole different guy.
I know what it's like to put on something and become a different person. I like my hat. I'm a new guy when I put on my hat.
Yeah.
Finn Balor's a new guy when he puts on blackface and a weird wig with streamers flying everywhere and a little heart on the stage that he booped.
When you go into your closet, do you boop your hat before you put it on?
I have two of them now, so I have to decide which one I'm going to wear. They also don't feel like summertime hats. Like, you never see someone wearing that with a t-shirt.
Well, I think because they're like knit hats, right? Or, you know, they have like they're like a, what do you call it, a tweed?
Yeah. But they're kind of like it's like a Boston cap. Like, Cody, do you see people wearing
Boston.
cabbie hats all over Boston?
Not all over. Maybe
And
some
Boston's
older folks
ju-
in Southie, but
Boston's chock full of new guys.
It's new guys everywhere, and they're wicked. They're wicked new guys. The wickedly talented new guy. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a summertime hat, so they're just sitting there waiting for a cold breeze for me to be like, oh, it's new guy season.
Time to whip out the new guy.
Finn Balor won, which, if you're going to make him paint his fucking face, you might as well let him win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the they
Well-
haven't until now on
I
the
know.
main roster.
You got to make up for that Roman thing. I would have done a spot if I were Dominic, where like
We
Finn Balor
talked
gets hit with
about
a
that.
chair, and he just starts greasing the ropes. It's like, I've seen this work before. Anyway, that was fine. It was a plunder, a lot of chair shots, beating each other up. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill was way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also a sprint, feel like.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes.
this was
And-
exactly as good as I thought it would be, which was
Yeah.
fine.
You had higher hopes than I did. I thought this was going to be a complete shit mess of a match.
Jade
You
Cargill
had
was
your
good
interference
when
from people.
the spotlight's on.
Yeah, I mean, she can work when she has to, I guess. EO showed up and saved Rhea from BFAB and Michin.
The Pirates.
Yeah. Then there was a distraction, which wasn't the finish, thank God. And then they had a pretty cool like reversal
Yeah. There's a
sequence
lot
at
of,
the end.
lot of good counter wrestling spots here.
And Rhea won. She's off to SmackDown now
Mm-hmm.
with the title, and she was sad about it on Raw because she doesn't get to be with her friend EO anymore, unless EO gets drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Finally, the main event. We got a video package.
Mm-hmm. Then I heard
Roman
my
and
song and I was like, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Not the main event.
What?
We need to talk about John Cena and Danhausen
Oh,
and the
shit.
midgets, which it's okay to call them because they prefer it that way, apparently.
Oh, wait.
Which
Okay.
Michael Cole is explicitly saying.
I hated that, and not for like woke reasons. I hated it because this whole segment is supposed to be like John Cena doing his duties as a host, and then he gets rudely interrupted by The Miz and Kit Wilson. So then, therefore, Danhausen interrupts them. You're telling me that Michael Cole knew there was a bunch of midgets backstage?
Oh, you're mad that they broke lore
and like talked to Michael Cole in advance? Like, come on.
It's possible.
Keep some semblance of kayfabe on the fucking show, please.
It's possible that he did, though. I saw a video where he paid the Pyro guys $10 to shoot Pyro up Kit Wilson's ass during his match on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have powers. He just pays people ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I'm
Then
Michael
then
Cole
how
and
did he
I'm
make
wandering
the
around...
ref's shoulder hurt.
You probably paid him off to do it. If I'm Michael Cole and I'm walking around backstage at WrestleMania and I see like 15 midgets with Danhausen face paint on, I'm probably going to be like, this might have something to do with Danhausen. I should ask them what this is about.
Stupid. This whole segment
Michael Cole is a reporter who went to foreign wars and investigated. He's going to find out what the midgets are called.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect Corey Graves to know, or Wade Barrett. They're just former wrestlers. Michael Cole is a war correspondent.
I liked
I feel like a war
Danhausen.
correspondent for sitting through this fucking show.
This was a great episode of Mania.
Episode of Mania. I liked Danhausen's coffin-shaped car.
Yeah.
So did I.
I was like, Darby's going to steal it.
He could. It's a great car. He drove a car to the ring with a bunch of little Danhausen midgets behind him. And what happened? He punched everybody in the balls.
Yeah.
And did the "you can't see me" thing.
After
And then
John
the
gave him
midgets
his
carried
blessing.
the Miz off up the ramp. And he told John Cena he couldn't see him, and the pyro went off and he ran away.
So,
And then the midgets dropped Miz and ran away too.
And did you see the behind-the-scenes footage of John Cena being driven away on the golf cart and Danhausen and all the midgets chasing after John Cena?
Yes, it's very funny.
So there was a thing that happened there. Like you said, all the little people grabbed the Miz and kind of crowd surfed him away. I said I wanted that to happen after the Brock and Oba match. I wanted all the black wrestlers to come out and kind of like crowd surf him out of the arena and shit.
I think it would have been very funny if it was just the midgets doing it. After every match, instead of a golf cart, they take the loser away up the ramp. I don't know. I liked this. This was the segment I wanted to happen, minus Joe Hendry appearance. But we got him on SmackDown before Mania for some reason. Mm-hmm. And it seems like we'll be seeing many Joe Hendry appearances in the future. Not on NXT.
Also, hang on. While we're talking about John Cena segments, did we talk about Bianca?
Oh, yeah. Baby Belair.
Belair.
I think we all thought this was happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The baby didn't pay for a ticket. The baby shouldn't have counted toward attendance.
Oh, no. Their pay got docked for that ticket. That's why Montez went back to work on Monday. He's like, fuck, I wasn't going to buy a WrestleMania ticket. You know how much it costs to sit in the ring? Probably as much as it costs to sit at the commentary desk and say nothing.
That was insane. Like I had people over watching, and we were all like, who the hell is that guy? And I Googled his name because it showed up in a lower third. I was like, oh, it's just some rich asshole that owns like a steel company or something.
Here's the thing. I thought it was very dumb. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to let this guy talk. And then like a lot of time went by. I'm like, this guy's paid a lot of money to say nothing. Then I found out he wasn't mic'd. Then I saw photos that he had posted the night before where he was at ringside sitting on like the fan side. And then it became very funny to me that this guy paid an insane amount of money to just have a slightly better seat at a desk. Yeah. Like, what a loser. You fucking rich CEO loser bitch paid to sit there when you already had ringside seats. What a fucking loser. He didn't even get to talk. He just got to be on TV and say, look at me.
Nod, yeah.
And CEOs are fucking losers. What a fucking dork.
Sorry.
Tremendous. What a dork. I hope that happens more often. I hope like Mark Zuckerberg is sitting there one time and I can just look at him and be like, you fucking idiot.
Dumbass.
More like Mark Zuckerberg.
This match, we got video package. We got CM Punk's AFI entrance,
which I popped for.
Loved that. Roman Reigns had a big drum play him to the ring.
And piano.
Allegedly, people have been saying that he got his old music back. I implore someone to explain to me the difference between the Roman Reigns themes. These are the exact same fucking song.
Yeah.
Nothing about them sounds different.
No, they're different.
Okay.
I had someone bring this to my attention, and I played them back to back, and they are different. The one he went back to is his old one from like the Bloodline days, where the intro is like shorter. It's much better.
So it's the same song, just shorter.
Truly the least
sort of kind of
interesting song for a guy who is considered the guy ever.
Well, I mean, Macho Man had the graduation song.
Which graduation song?
Oh
yeah, that.
Pomp and Circumstance.
I thought you were like,
Macho
as
Man?
we go.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Classic graduation song. Even Seinfeld graduated that song on his show. Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Sponsored by Riyadh Season, so Roman was winning.
Yeah, it wasn't sponsored by Pepsi, so Cola Man wasn't winning. I hate how much I loved this match. I thought this was so fucking good. Like, from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I hated the finish because I did not want Roman to win. And
I
even reluctantly put it as my match of the year contender because this match was so fucking good.
I was texting you guys while it was happening. Like, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I'm surprised how much I like this match.
I don't know why you're surprised or hated it. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time, fulfilling his lifelong dream of main eventing WrestleMania. There was 0% chance he was gonna. Yes, there was 0% chance he was gonna go out there and have a.
No, you didn't hear what I said. You said all that, and I said with CM Punk.
Oh, fuck you.
Roman Reigns doesn't dream about WrestleMania outside of like saying, "Fuck, I probably have to work WrestleMania this year." He has Sunday scaries about WrestleMania. Big Match Punk is so fucking good. This was a 30-minute match, 34 minutes almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Didn't feel like it. Wow, it was that long.
Not an ounce of it was boring.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about, right? So this match, almost 35 minutes, like you said, but it zipped by. It went quick. But when you look back at one of these 5-6 minute matches, you're like, this is too long.
Yeah, not an ounce of this felt painful to get through. It wasn't a finisher fest like most of the Roman matches had been.
Yeah.
There was zero interference by anybody. There was no shenanigans.
Wow, this was longer than all of the women's matches combined on the entire 2-night WrestleMania.
You think?
Don't like that stat, but it wasn't as pretty though.
Wow.
No.
Yeah,
it wasn't as pretty.
Watch this match.
You see those teeth on Roman Reigns?
How could you not? You got to put sunglasses on when this guy.
Bars of soap.
He's the dumbest looking mouth I've ever seen.
I
imagine if Chris Benoit was still alive today and it got his gap filled and he just filled his mouth with these fucking plastic looking chiclets in his fucking face.
Did you guys see
aggression?
Someone in the crowd had a sign that was the match card, but it replaced them with the Zebros from Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
I did see that.
It's pretty good.
I love this match. I don't think Roman should have won. I hate that. I hate what is going to follow. Maybe, but it's hard to not think this was great. Punk, of course, ran the blade. Got color. The spot where he was hanging upside down outside of the ring, off the ring, and getting Superman punched relentlessly was a cool spot, which I thought was going to get the crowd to stop cheering Roman. But this Vegas crowd sucked shit.
They did.
So, not surprised. They sucked on Raw, too. We'll get to that.
And then, Punk has hit the trifecta. The damn go to sleep, bounce off the rope, and fall back on my shoulder spot for all three members of the Shield.
This match was obviously great. It was very, very, very good. But I would have to give it like 4.75 stars. And my one knock against it, well, 2 knocks, I guess, because I obviously
Didn't
hated
have
the
the
outcome.
CEO at the desk.
But the other knock is that why did Roman Reigns hit CM Punk with the steel steps and not get disqualified?
Because this is WrestleMania. The ref had a little bit of leeway.
Okay.
I'm just fucking around. Why you get mad?
I would accept that if later in the match they didn't do such a brilliant spot where CM Punk unraveled his wrist tape and threw it, and the ref went to clear it out of the ring, and then Punk hit him in the nuts.
Yeah,
I thought that was such a good spot, but it was diminished by the fact that, well, why did he have to go through all that when Roman clearly broke the rules earlier and there were no consequences? That moment would have been so much more effective if Roman hadn't done the step spot earlier. That's my one knock against this match. Everything else about it was absolutely perfect.
I hated
the pacing.
That you get leeway here, and some people are like, "Oh, you'd hate to have a match end like that." I'm like, "Yeah, so don't fucking do it. Don't end a match with a disqualification with stairs. Don't even have that stairs involved."
Yeah,
and then it was tit for tat anyway. He hit him with the stairs. He fucking jumped on him from through a fucking goddamn table. None of that's legal. Fuck it.
You can jump
the
through
table.
the table.
I can accept going through a table. I can accept because it's like it's just furniture that's laying around and
stairs. It's not, if he picks up the table and hit them with the table, it's a different thing.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
you're allowed to fall on the stairs. You're not allowed to pick up the stairs and use them.
Well, every match I'm throwing people on objects because it's legal.
Yeah, play the game.
I do.
It's legal.
Play it every day. Gotta get my faction points.
Faction points.
Yeah,
you gotta play 5 days in a row so you get a pack, and then when you open it, all the cards explode and you get like 40 my faction points.
You don't have to play either. You can just log in and get the cards for free.
I know I did it last week. It was fucking stupid.
Yeah, so brilliant match. Very well wrestled. Great storytelling. And then Roman won. I said earlier that the Becky AJ match was my 9/11. This was, they hit the second tower. This was such a deflating, after such a great match, to have Roman Reigns win. I cannot believe this company.
I can.
I can't believe that I sat through 8 hours of commercials over 2 nights.
I can.
I can't do it anymore. I am done watching WWE for the foreseeable future.
Till like Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You're gonna miss Joe Hendry in concert?
Is that a thing? Is he advertised for Raw?
He is. He's called up. He's officially on the roster.
Even more reason for me not to tune into this show.
Insane that you would miss that.
I'm gonna try AEW for a little bit. We'll see how that goes.
You'll be back. They always come back. It's wrestling.
I think it's cool that Darby Allin's champion now. So
yeah, and he has a lot of good opponents lined up
that he's running through on TV. Before he gets back to MJF, I guess.
I'm gonna go see what they're doing over there, but I can't put up with this shit anymore. The advertisements, the corporate greed, the bonehead decisions. I do
think that the pendulum, is it pendulum? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to swing back at some point. Just because like it is getting so much that I think that there's enough noise where they're going to be like, we can't keep going this direction. We got to tone it down a little bit. I don't know. We might not be there yet, but I think we will get to a point where it's like, all right, we can't be doing shows that are just match commercial. Or at the very least, the ESPN deal will fall apart and they'll have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, and then we can pop a free trial the next time there's WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're all going to Paramount Plus.
I already have that. I think I got a discount on that through my Walmart app.
Yeah, I got the free Walmart through a credit card, and then I realized I can get Paramount Plus through it, and I've never signed up because there's nothing to watch on that thing.
Noah, how are you?
All right, I guess.
Okay. Well, I got a little question for you.
Uh-huh.
You got a cool toaster? You probably got a cool toaster.
Yeah, you probably do. But
It's a ninja.
how much of a connoisseur is your wife when it comes to professional wrestling?
Almost not at all, except she knows that she's very attracted to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Okay. What about her movie habits? Is she a spooky fellow gal like the rest of us?
Yes, we bond very much over it.
So, what do you think how she would react to watching maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Lucha Underground?
Oh, it would take convincing. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Well, I have acquired some Lucha Underground footage. So put a pin in that. Keep that under your hat. That'll be a conversation me and you will have, but I just want to throw that in the air. Some of the Patreon fellows and myself had a conversation, and I just want to kind of pique your interest a little bit.
Fascinating.
What the hell does that have to do with anything we're talking about?
Yeah, I was like,
Great transition for our, when we come back. We're going to talk about TV. Lucha Underground was on TV.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about AEW eventually, and Raw, and then I think we're fucking done. At least for this week.
That's fair.
All right, we're finally back. I hope everybody chumbas. I make that reference every week, assuming people get the Chumba Casino ads, and I don't think they do.
I mean, if they listen to other podcasts, which I don't know if those exist, other podcasts, but
I think we're the only podcast.
They have ads for those too, if they exist.
All my ads are local now. Like I get car dealer ads, and it's like, "Hey, North Carolina, do you want a Toyota?" And I'm like, "I do." So yes, I get those now. I guess we should finish up WWE talk before we get to AEW, just for the sake of structure.
Yeah.
The Monday after WrestleMania is always billed as something special. I think the packaging of everything happens in one town has killed some of that aura of the next night, because I think the crowd is also burned out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you've gone to SmackDown in both events and Raw, by the time you get to Raw, you are tired.
Probably don't have a lot of voice left either to keep cheering.
Right, if you're making noise and doing all that shit. I remember many years ago, me and my friend went to, I think it was NXT, 2 Ring of Honor shows, and then Night of Champions, all in the same weekend in 2 different cities. And I think by the time we got to Night of Champions, we almost didn't go. Because it was just like, that's enough.
We've had our fill of this.
Yeah. I'm glad we went, because we got to see Sting's last match after Seth Rollins injured him and he never wrestled again.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
He just stopped after that.
Yeah. Saw that guy last
done some really cool stuff, but Seth Rollins took that from us. I don't know what he did after that. But yeah, the night after WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, big deal. Everything is crazy. What's going to happen? Out comes Obafemi right away. I'm like, hell yeah. We are moving and grooving off the road to WrestleMania. Let's get this belt on Oba, who says the ruler is here, and he leaves and we never see him again. Off to a great start.
This company doesn't know how to follow up on anything.
Io and Rhea beat the Kabuki Warriors one more time. And later in the night, Rhea was sad that she had to leave Io on Raw because she's going to SmackDown. I did enjoy that segment because as she's walking away with her suitcase and her belt, Liv Morgan is sitting there with her world title, and
I like that.
I thought that was very good Degrassi style storytelling. Just acknowledging that before they go their separate roads.
And Liv just kind of giving her a look.
Yeah, it was good. Ethan Page has been called up, and he will be facing Javon Evans on the show. That's a happening.
Cool.
Out comes CM Punk to cut a promo. The crowd is booing. And he talks about everybody in his life who has died over the last several months. The crowd starts chanting "what to," and continues to boo various times. This dude is pouring his heart out, thanking the fans, talking about how he shows up every night for them, and it helps him cope and get through life. And this crowd sucked so much.
But does it help him edge?
That's the other company.
Does it help him edge? Maybe. His wife has been around sometimes. I don't know. He talks about how he stumbled into this world title situation because Seth Rollins took it from him and then got injured. And he's, instead of being completely butthurt, he's looking up because you never know when a title shot is going to fall out of the sky. When Cody Rhodes' music hits, and here comes possibly that title shot. Cody Rhodes with the worst looking eye you've ever seen.
Really
comes to the ring, and they have both of them just have a very nice promo, talking about how much they're giving and doing for the fans and all this stuff, and how Cody Rhodes feels like a loser even though he won, because for all these reasons. And I don't know, I thought this was good. And Cody basically said, when you want a title shot, you just say when. If this is a tease for WrestleMania next year and they change their fucking mind again, I would be so mad. I assume we're getting this sooner than that, though, but we will see. Ethan Page and Javon Evans was fine. Rusev interfered, giving Ethan the win, and then we kind of set up an Intercontinental title program with Rusev and Penta and Ethan Page and Javon, which is probably a tag match you can expect on Raw next week. What else? Liv Morgan came out and cut a promo with the Judgment Day. She thanked them for being on her side. No shenanigans here. When Sol Ruka's music hits, and she comes out and completely glazes Liv Morgan and doesn't even want a match. She just came out to say how much she loved her. Then Liv Morgan,
so weird. What?
It was really, really strange. And then Liv Morgan was like, "Don't talk to me, bitch." And now she's like, "Well, I will fight you." So they set up a match for right now, which went longer than Liv's WrestleMania match. And it was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Sol Ruka is really cool. And then she died on Tuesday, so...
She did. She got... I love that spot. I saw that on something, and I'm like, wow, great finish. She's fine. She just got some stitches.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, so Liv got the win after Zarya showed up and attacked Sol Ruka, which, good. And then after Stephanie Vaquer stared down Morgan on the stage. What else happened on this show that is mildly interesting? Braun Breaker beat up Seth Rollins. I thought this was going to be the spot where Paul Heyman is out there with the Vision talking up stuff. I thought Gunther was going to come out and be like, "What the fuck, man? I'm supposed to retire him." That did not happen.
Yeah.
I thought Gunther was going to come out there and like kill Austin Theory and Logan Paul and get in Paul Heyman's face. And that did not happen. So the only time we see Gunther is when he's confronted by LA Knight in the back, because Gunther says he's coming for the world title, and LA Knight says, "So am I." So that was it. The Street Profits returned and saved Seth Rollins. So they're his friends now, I guess, for some reason.
Sure.
Yeah. What else we got? Anything important? Roman Reigns showed up at the end of the show, pulling up in his car.
It's an episode of SmackDown from 2023.
Yeah, I love when the champ is not there. Basically confirming everything CM Punk said in those promos leading up to this. Right before this, they did announce that Joe Hendry has also been called up to Raw, and he'll be there next week. As Roman Reigns walks to the ring, he encounters the Usos in the gorilla position for some reason, and they all go to the ring together. And he cuts, apparently, a promo that he cut before with the Shield. I did not know this, but there's a lot of people on Threads who are special in their head and pulled up like footage back to back, and I'm like, oh, they're teasing a split here. Jey Uso said nothing in this whole segment, and Jimmy was quick to be like, yeah, we the ones, we throw them up. And I'm like, okay, either we're back on track, or the next day I saw this stuff and I'm like, oh, something's happening. I thought at this point we were going to get Gunther or LA Knight or even Oba. We did not. We got Jacob Fatu, because now Roman Reigns is champion.
Isn't he on SmackDown?
He might be on Raw now.
Okay, cool.
Well, he was on Raw in this segment, and he said that he doesn't want that title. He needs that title because he wants to make money. He wants to get his kids in better schools. Yeah, he's got a family. I thought this was kind of a heel promo from him, because everything he said was, I want that title for like
riches.
Yeah,
to make my life better.
The stuff that a fan would not like. Like he wanted it for greedy reasons. Roman talked down to him quite a bit in the same sense where he's like calm and shit, and says like, I'll give you a week to make sure you know what you're doing. I don't love this, because then I feel like there's two things here. Roman Reigns beats Jacob Fatu. That doesn't sound good.
As you do.
Jacob Fatu wins the world title with help from the Usos. I don't think that should happen either. I was hoping that after all this shit was done with these fucking Usos out here doing Uso shit, that Oba would come out and just stare at them from the ramp. Just keep reminding us that that can happen. And it didn't. The show ended with the Island of Relevancy back to being boring fucking shit.
Yeah. Give me that Bloodline Rules match again. Also, can we touch on how funny it is that Roman Reigns is now holding the title that was born from the consequences of a problem that he created?
Yes, I hate that. That's why I think he never should have won this title to begin with.
It's so
he
funny.
is allegedly not working part-time. He says, you're going to see me all summer. Which I assume means he will be gone the Monday after SummerSlam. Because it's the holidays.
Yeah. And that's movie-making season. Gotta go make some more movies.
Well, I wouldn't worry about him being too busy doing that. I wish he was good at it. I wish he was so good at movies he didn't have to wrestle.
I can't wait to see him as Akuma.
Matata?
He looked pretty good in that trailer.
No worries. If you're Roman Reigns. Akuma Matata. Anyway, I don't know what to expect here. At least the rest of the card is pretty decent, and they're doing some stuff that I can get past Roman Reigns showing up in the last 10 minutes to cut a fucking promo with the Usos. We'll see how long that lasts. Because I'm not at the point Cody is at, but if this becomes the shit that we were watching for 4 years, I will also be joining, I don't know, we'll be talking AAA a lot more on this show. I'll probably watch some AEW too, but AAA
you see that there was
very good every time I turn it on.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's not AAA, but there was a CMLL New Japan crossover show announced for Mexico today.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time. Fantasticomania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fun cards.
No, I didn't know about that, but if I needed to, I could listen to Didn't Get All of It Japan, where I bet they'll cover it in depth.
You are
only
correct.
On the Fatal 4 Podcast Network.
How do you spell pod?
I don't know.
Me neither.
No one has told me. I know how to spell 4.
Mm-hmm.
F-O-R-E.
What?
What happened on Dynamite?
Well, also, like, as we're transitioning into AEW, I also want to point out, again, another funny thing about that main event is the promo package that they played about CM Punk leading into it. They were, like, rattling off, his whole history. Like, he was in... They even mentioned ROH. Like, he was in ROH, and then he was in...
They mentioned Ring of Honor a lot.
Yeah.
Even on the pre-shows. And I just think it's worth pointing out, Tony Khan has done such a bad job with Ring of Honor that WWE does not even care about mentioning it. Because they know no one is going to go find current Ring of Honor and accidentally enjoy it.
But what they did care about mentioning was when they were like, and CM Punk left wrestling in 2014. And then he was gone, and then he came back in 2023. Don't worry about what happened during the middle of that time.
That's true. They just omitted something.
And I think it might be free Tony Khan ROH that they fucking with. So it's just like, whatever.
Right, but like Tony Khan ROH is an abomination. It's, as much as I like Zeta Steel.
Hey, man.
This ain't Ring of Honor. This is the Ring of Honor branding on NXT. Minus
but you
the
love
CW
NXT.
Storytelling. I don't love NXT. I don't watch that fucking show.
You watch it every week.
Every week.
I didn't watch it this week. I didn't watch it last week. I don't think.
Yeah, you did.
I might have watched it last week.
You know who the lady is with the weird head. I don't.
I'm going to send you the weird lady. She's great.
So AEW. I do really quick, Paul. Really quick. I know this is a gigantic episode, but on Collision, Nick Wayne did what do you call it? He kicked Jon Moxley in the face and kicked his eyebrow off. Really busted him the hell open. And then on Dynamite, he had like a bunch of stitches. It was nuts. Also, I liked the match. Jon Moxley versus Nick Wayne for the Continental Championship. I think it's funny that like Nick Wayne is the TV champion of ROH. But when he's facing Moxley,
yes, he is.
When he's facing Moxley, he's still like very scared of it. Like you can tell when he's like backed into a corner and Moxley's about to do chops to him, you can just see Nick Wayne's face just tense up, just like, oh, here it comes. Oh shit. Very funny to me. And then the other thing from Collision I thought was important to point out because it happens again on Dynamite is Lio Rush is a little fucking freak. Again, we got a double dose of little fucking freak Lio Rush.
The Black Heart.
Yeah, the Black Heart. He had a match against Pac, which Pac was very shaken up about his match against Lio Rush. Just galloping around the ring and talking to the voices in his head, all sorts of stuff he does. But yeah, then over on Dynamite, sorry, B-Rob, we got to talk about Chris Jericho.
No, we don't.
So he's still feuding with the Demand, and he's they're gonna have a trios match, but Jericho needs to find some partners.
Didn't I tell you this shit was gonna happen? I told you this verbatim.
Yeah,
that this was gonna happen.
Later in the show, you learned that he went and had a talk with MVP, and he's getting hooked up with the Hurt Syndicate, which I feel like all the parts of that match that aren't Jericho is going to be cool. Because we've seen this before. But it was good then. So I don't mind seeing it again. But yeah, then Brody King had a match with little fucking freak Lio Rush again. And I don't know if like Lio Rush is going to get a win on main roster AEW, because I assume he wrestles in ROH.
He's a little fucking freak. That dude's too tiny to be getting credible wins over people.
Can I also talk about how Lio Rush, he has like a lot of like kind of, creative signature moves that only he does. Like his little, like, running the ropes, but he does this little like quarter turn to the next rope thing. I really don't like when he does the cutter off of the bottom rope springboard. I think that move looks fucking dumb. It looks bad every time he does it.
Well,
sorry.
It'd be like this sometimes.
Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, they lost their match against FTR, but they want a rematch at Double or Nothing. And
making it Double or Nothing?
Truly making it Double or Nothing, because they've sweetened the pot in that if they lose the match, they will retire as a tag team.
Not as wrestlers.
Not as wrestlers.
Yeah, I did think that was when I was rereading the results, and I was like, they'll retire as a team. Oh.
Well, they've done that for... I think they've been separate longer than they've been a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. They only been a team for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Even originally, I think they've been singles people more than they've been a tag team.
Yeah. So silly stipulation, but I guess it adds more stakes.
Can we please have them win and just do something different?
Yeah, but if they win, they have to wrestle more.
No, they don't.
They'll have the belts.
So?
That means they have to wrestle.
No, they don't.
You would hope so.
I would hope that they would wrestle other people. That's my issue.
Yes. Yeah.
As much as I'm looking forward to an AJ and Paige versus the Bellas in modern times, I would really love to see Paige and AJ wrestle people that did not exist in that time that they were around.
Or in life.
The same way that I would like to see Edge and Christian wrestle people that are not FTR every fucking time they're on TV.
But that's the sad thing. They don't have anyone else to wrestle, really.
They don't want to. Yeah. It's like they don't want to. It's crazy, though. Like, at least Sting was doing cool shit before he left.
Yeah, well, the last time...
And then Seth Rollins beat him, and he just never wrestled again.
Last time CNC Spear Factory here had a feud, it was against the Death Riders, and that was really bad. Yeah, well then Mark Davis had a match against Will Ospreay, which we're still working the arm injury, but I thought it was deployed here really well, especially like at the beginning where Will tries to do a immediate hidden blade like he does often when a match starts, but Mark Davis just bulldozes right through him. Yeah, just like, I know your arm's weak, and I'm just going to slap it out of the way and push you around.
I mean, and that was pretty much like how you saying. That was pretty much the offense for that match or whatever. Will would throw his body at Mark Davis, and he would just swat his ass down.
Yeah, Will's tired. He's broken down, and
he just got back.
Right. Yeah. But then the match eventually ends with Will Ospreay on the outside. And getting checked on by Doc Samson, which I really like. Like Mark Davis in the ring, just like, come on, fucking get back in the ring, just like that, like all the grandstanding of that. And then the match ended via ref stoppage
and murder.
Speaking of murder, the show ended with murder because Darby Allin versus Tommaso Ciampa for the world title, which Darby said that he's apparently going to be putting the title on the line like every single week, which is exciting to hear.
That dude air raid crashed from the top rope to the floor outside.
That was nuts.
Because like when I seen the setup, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of like back and forth doing some things while this match was on in the background, and I looked up and seen him coming off the top ropes. And I was like, oh, they're about to go through a table. Nope, straight to the floor.
Yeah, that was one of those moments of just like Tommaso on top of the post and just going like, they're not going to do that, are they? And then they did it. Darby's insane. And also the speaking of splashes from the post to the table, the splash on Ciampa, like he was like sitting on the barricade, and then they went through the table that was behind the barricade. That was also
they do
cool.
that a lot over there.
Yeah, it was still really cool. Just a train wreck of a match, just like a very like which one of these guys is going to die first contest.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I love the way that they are still presenting Tommaso Ciampa. Just like every time he does his entrance, and it's this big thing, and they have tons of pyro. I love that they are really putting their whole ass behind him.
And what was funny about that too, his interest was to interrupt MJF, bitching and complaining, and he gave him a nice little sweet kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, I forgot that happened too. And MJF was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that was great. Yeah, good stuff. Really enjoying the narrative on.
Wait a minute,
AEW.
He kissed him on the chin. Sweet chin music. All right. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, but that was Dynamite. We can cut it off there. Just a long episode.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the big news that happened?
The big newts?
Britt Baker's back
For her birthday?
She appeared at a football game on TV wearing an NWO hat.
Yeah.
She's back on TV.
Happy birthday, Britt Baker.
She's made it. And it was her birthday, and they wished her happy birthday.
She does love...
And she was probably like, the least you could do is call.
She does love the Steelers. I do remember that from all the video packages that they did when she was
AEW wishing Britt Baker happy birthday is like when someone from high school comments happy birthday on your Facebook page, except you know that now when someone's birthday is on Facebook, you just have to click a button that already types happy birthday for you. Means fucking nothing.
Thanks, AI.
I am so shocked that Cody falls asleep by 11.
I'm awake.
That's what my wife says when she's sleeping.
This is supposed to be the show that you're going to watch now, Cody.
That starts
not yet. Yeah, that's next week.
Okay.
He has a transition period.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can speak for all of us when I say that I am so happy and excited that we are no longer on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect on SmackDown this week. I assume we're getting call-ups of sorts. I don't know who it could fucking be. I don't think anybody's ready. Maybe some of the women.
That's all they got there, though.
I do also want to tune into Dynamite next week because that main event sounds great.
Good stuff.
So maybe I'll give that a look-see. And we'll have hopefully a shorter show next week because we don't have to watch 2 episodes of WrestleMania. What else? Does anybody else want to say anything? Anybody want to say something funny so we have a fucking show title?
Fart Mart.
He did say that.
Mart?
Yeah, Michael Cole said
Michael
fart.
Cole said that.
That's
He said fart at WrestleMania.
man.
This is the best part of night one.
Fart and cum in the same month is crazy.
It was jizz.
Same thing.
You're right.
Hang on, I have one more WrestleMania complaint. Stop doing it over there. I don't like when the sun is still out at the end of the show.
But I do appreciate it that WrestleMania was over in a time to where I could go still do things.
Over there, it was over by the time breakfast was done. It's insane how early that show was. Like, Obafemi coming out in the broad daylight. Like, this just kills the look.
Well, it's also the fact that they start the show at like 6 o'clock y'all's time now, right? Like they start the show like almost 2 hours earlier than in the past.
Yeah. Bring back 8 p.m. shows.
Nah, I'm fine. It's okay. Just go somewhere where it get dark early.
I don't mind the show ending at night. Don't end it in the morning. That's a different lesson that we can talk about for people, Tony. But end it at night. I don't want the outside lights to be on when the show is over.
Turn on the dark.
That's what we call the sun. I saw a great thing on Blue Sky once that said if if you stay up really late into the morning, you can hear when they turn the birds on. It's just now every time I'm I'm up and it's like 5 and I'm like, and then like 5:10, I'm like, oh, the birds got turned on.
Yeah, the
Somebody turned on the birds.
I need wrestling to happen when they turn out the sun.
I think I'm gonna adopt that. Turn the birds on.
If you want to hear them turn the birds on, go camping, like I did like 2 weeks ago. Birds never shut up.
If you want to listen
in a good way
to Noah talk more about
possible.
camping, listen to Squared Tent Strafe, the camping podcast that he hosts.
Yeah. Noah's
Patreon
bird
exclusive.
maxing.
It's on
bird maxing.
secret Patreon.
I like the idea of Noah becoming a camping guy who gets really into cigars, and he's basically just poor Cody Rhodes.
Hey, I might go again in a month or so. We'll see.
I'm not done talking about this shit. I saw apparently Cody Rhodes said something about how like Dominic Mysterio is like the coolest guy in the back, and he's like, normally I feel really cool, but then I see Dominic and he's got a cooler watch on than I do, and I don't feel so cool. And everyone in the comments on Squared Circle were like, I don't think Cody is cool at all. Talking about having expensive watches in this time is not cool. And I'm like, first of all, you're poor. Cody's very cool, and he has cool watches. I think this is credit to Dominic Mysterio, who is much cooler than him because he's younger.
Dominic is so fucking cool. Just look at that guy. He looks so cool.
Well, you remind me of Stifler's mom. What's that lady name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know who Stifler is?
No.
American Pie?
Never seen it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
I've never seen American Pie? I thought you liked movies.
We've been over this. I have a big
I forgot.
raunchy comedies of the 2000s hole in my filmography.
We got to fix your hole.
Yeah, your raunchy hole.
Well, let's go. How about we end the show and we go fix my hole?
We're going to plug Noah's hole. We didn't get all of it, folks. But we'll try again next week for B-Rob and his new gun, and for Noah and his cigar-filled hole, and for Sleepy Cody. I've been Paul. Thanks for joining us. Next week will be shorter. Goodbye.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts, and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.
Done. I've got to clean all this shit up.